Welcome to the Sisters Like Us podcast. I'm Lakin, and I'm 30-something.
I'm Allie, and I'm 20-something. Join us each week as we talk about anything
And everything. So grab a glass of wine
or a bottle.
and let's dive in. Hello, we're back.
We're back. Did you miss us?
No, we're not doing that.
Because we missed you.
I couldn't tell you what episode number it is. It has been a while since we have recorded.
We're probably really close to 40.
No, we're past 40.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're either on like 41 or 42.
Oh, okay.
So the next milestone will be 50, which is exciting.
That's a lot of episodes.
It is a lot of episodes. We took a little bit of a break. Allie was in Italy, which we can definitely talk about, even though it has been a while up to this point.
Yes.
And then Allie got back. We flowed right into a family emergency on my side, and then my daughter's first birthday party, and then I had a trip, and we just had a lot going on.
Yeah.
So it took us a while to get back into the groove of recording, but here we are.
Here we are. So instead of alcohol today, because I just don't want to drink today.
Allie had a rough night earlier this week. And
I just, for some reason, it's always, a random day in the week that I just, am
go hard.
Anyways, we don't need to touch on that. But we are going to be trying
Crave cookies.
Which is essentially like a crumble, but...
Yeah, so it is newer in terms of cookie world, but it just opened up in our neighborhood, and I am so excited. I've tried...
Are they supposed to be warm?
They are. It's not going to be as good that they're not warm.
Okay, well, if you're watching on here, you can, see them. They're literally, beautiful.
And we'll post a picture of them on Instagram, too, like we typically do when we try the drinks. But like Crumble, they have weekly flavors. So they have a chocolate chip that they always have, and then they have 5 rotating flavors for the week. And we decided just to go ahead and get all 6 and do this week instead of a drink.
Should we just try the chocolate chip first?
Yeah, I guess we should start with chocolate chip. I'm pulling up the list here on my iPad. Since, real quick, my phone is still recording this episode. I did get a new camera, but I have not had time to play with it or mess with it or figure out how to use it. So hopefully, most likely, the next episode will be on my new camera, but this week is still on my phone. So my iPad is my notes. So yeah, let's start with the classic chocolate chip, which is this one. We cut them into quarters, although, I mean, there's no way I could eat 6 quarters. So, cheers! Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Even not warm, so good.
Mm-hmm. That's really good.
I think they're better than Crumble.
So yours are yours chewy, which is not ideal.
I will cut out the actual chewing part of it. Because
Okay.
that is annoying. I'm not going to make people listen to it.
Oh yeah, wow, that's really good.
Okay, which one do you want to do next? Pick it based on what it looks like, and then I'll tell you what the flavor is.
Let's do this one.
Okay, that is the Brookie. Chocolate dough jam-packed with milk chocolate chips and semi-sweet chunks, finished with a dusting of powdered sugar. I bet Mark will love this one.
I love a Brookie. You never
Sorry.
cheers with me. Oh my god. You have powdered sugar all over your shirt.
Oh well. How did you not get powdered sugar on your shirt? Wow, that was really good.
Yeah. Okay. I just need to go in order.
Okay, that's weird. Okay, so this is Maple Doodle, a dreamy
Oh my god, I
blend.
love this one.
I bet Mom loved this one. I didn't even know which ones they picked out. They got a box of 4. I don't know what they got. Maple Doodle, a dreamy blend of sweet maple and warm cinnamon sugar crowned with a maple icing that's pure magic. It's not just a cookie, it's a cozy hug in a bite.
Cozy hug.
Stop. I keep forgetting, sorry, cheers.
Oh my god, look at that. Oh.
Wow, that is good.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's so good. The next one is Cookie Butter Cheesecake. Our signature sugar dough loaded with Biscoff cookie chunks, topped with the New York cheesecake spread, finished with a drizzle of melted Biscoff cookie butter and white chocolate. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of things, but I like Biscoff. I like anything.
I do too.
With Biscoff. Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know. Cheers. For me, I'm not a huge cheesecake person, but it's good.
It doesn't have the consistency of cheesecake. It's just got the flavor of cheesecake.
Right.
But I think that one is probably supposed to be served cold. I don't know. It doesn't say that, but that would feel weird warm to me. Okay, so the next one is the one of the month. So they pick one for the whole month and don't swap it every week. So this is the stuffed cookies and cream. The OG Crave stuffed cookie, a cookies and cream dough base loaded with chunks of crushed Oreo and stuffed with a full Oreo center.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Like, look at that.
Yeah, if you're not watching on YouTube, maybe you should be.
Like, that is like a cookie. Oh. Oh my god.
Should we have been like rating them?
No, I think we'll rate them like 1 to 6.
Rank them. I was thinking like rating them like out of 10, but no, I guess.
We can.
Oh my gosh, that one is so good. If you love an Oreo,
love Oreos.
That is, we're gonna have to make sure we like don't have shit in our teeth before we like move on with our time here. Okay, last one, which I'm really excited about, is a peanut butter cup s'more. Rich chocolate dough crashes into crushed Reese's peanut butter cups while gooey marshmallows melt in the middle, all on top of a graham cracker base that'll make you feel like you've earned a merit badge in indulgence. Also,
I want to be the person
that copy. Yeah, this is like their Instagram caption.
100% ChatGPT. I love them, but it's gotta be. Okay, I have a confession. So I like did this PowerPoint. Well, I told them, but I like did this PowerPoint like for work, and I was trying to figure out how to describe like different types of photography, and I'd never used ChatGPT, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna give it a try. Oh my god, like paragraph and bullet points of every like I'm like, describe warm and classic photography. They knew exactly how to describe it. It's creepy.
I feel like I need to use it more often, especially with like work stuff. But okay, last one.
But for some reason, it like feels like plagiarizing to me.
It really does. I think because
you have to get the graham cracker.
Yeah, I lost the graham cracker. We were so like inundated growing up with like not plagiarizing, and then when it turned into you could like upload a paper online and your teacher could like run it through for plagiarism, that was like a big thing. So it feels that way.
Yeah.
But like also we're not in school, so
right. I don't know.
Honestly, I didn't like that one as much as I thought I would.
Yeah, no.
I love s'mores and I love peanut butter, but that's kind of, I don't know. I agree we should rank them.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. What's your one?
Probably the brookie.
Okay. It's not my one.
Yours is the maple one.
No, it's this one.
The Oreo one?
Yeah.
Wow. That would probably be like my number 5.
Really?
Yeah, I like all 4 of these better than that one. That's crazy.
You do yours, and I'll do mine.
Okay. Mine's probably the brookie, the classic chocolate chip. I just love chocolate, and so it's going to be really hard for something without chocolate to win. Then it's probably the maple cinnamon one, then the cheesecake Biscoff, then the Oreo, then the peanut butter s'mores.
1 is the Oreo cookies and cream. 2 is the maple cinnamon. 3 is the chocolate chip. 4 brookie. 5 cheesecake. 6 s'mores. For me.
They're so good. Where do we even start? So the hard part here is, while we're getting back into it being timely, we also have seen each other a lot.
Yeah.
So the stuff we have to talk about is not necessarily like the stuff that popped into my head this week.
Right.
It's kind of like
a ton of stuff. There's a handful of stuff that you guys probably want to hear about.
An update, yeah.
And so we can just start with my trip to
Okay,
Italy,
yeah,
because that's kind of where we left off. I know I said I would like post on our Instagram.
Yeah, you didn't. You hardly posted on your own Instagram. What you should have done, and this is what you should do in the future if you want to post on the Sisters Like Us Instagram, is if you're going to post on your own personal story, tag Sisters Like Us hidden and repost it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to like think about doing it twice, right? And I should do the same thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if you follow our...
I also just want to like separate it kind of, so maybe that's why I was like, I didn't know whether to like post something different or like, because I don't want it to be the same that's on my personal.
Yeah, I guess I after I said that, I just realized that if they want to see that, they would follow it.
Yeah, so I guess what I'm gonna do is like I'll just post like a kind of like a compilation of photos from the trip on my Instagram
After this episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it was super, super fun. We started in Rome, and Rome, I just like, what I loved about it was like the fact that you would just like be on a street and it'd be like crowds of people, right? And then you like take a right and then it's like a ghost town. I loved how it was just like
Interesting.
Because it's so big, there are so many, like, hidden places that you could just kind of, like, go hide out. And, like, the best restaurants were the ones that were, like, hidden in all of the, like, alleys and stuff. It was so beautiful. And then we went to Florence. I wish people kind of hyped up Florence. And people, like, downplayed Rome. So I think for me, I was like, oh my gosh, I love Rome. And for Florence, I was like, oh yeah, this is, just
Beautiful.
a smaller version of Rome.
Okay.
Like, I wasn't as in awe. It was beautiful, of course. But I just,
Yeah.
it was great.
There is always something, too, I feel like, whenever I go on a trip, that the first city you go to in that country has, like, it sets the tone, and it has everything you're comparing to that. Well, and then it can be hard to beat.
Yeah, and, like, for me, it's like, I've never been to Europe. I've never seen a place like that in my life. Right. So, like, going to Rome was just, like, such a shock.
Yeah.
And, like, seeing a different, like, way of life that I got to Florence, I was like, okay, I know what I'm doing now.
Right.
And then we went up to Venice, which when I got to Venice, I was just, like, in awe. I was like, how does a place like this exist? Because it's just, like, there's no roads. Like, there's no cars. Like, and it's funny because when you're in Florence, and more so in Rome, you're, like, crossing, like, alleyways and streets and stuff, and you're looking both ways because the drivers are crazy. The cab drivers are crazy. And then you get to Venice, and you're, like, looking both ways, and you're like, wait, I'm only looking for people because it's just people. And I'll tell you, Venice, you can just get lost. It's like a maze. Just like just bridges and canals and just everything. And I thought Venice was going to be my favorite, but I think what I've said is that Venice was, like, the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But Rome, I feel like, was more me, and
You're a city girl.
I'm a city girl, and I also just feel like I wouldn't, but I could see myself, like, living there, because it's just, like, I could see, it's just easy. Yeah. But within the trip, too, we did go to a total of 9 cities because of all of the trip tour. Like, we did a lot of, like, day tours and stuff. So I also went to Salerno, then got on a ferry and went to, like, the Amalfi Coast. So we went to Positano and the city, or the town of Amalfi, but only for, like, an hour. But that whole trip was, like, just 6 hours of riding on a coach bus because they took us to and from Rome. So it was just crazy. And then, where else did I go? Oh, when I was in Florence, we did, like, a Tuscany, like, wine tour. So we went to, like, the Tuscan region. We went to San Germagnano. I'm going to butcher that, but something like that, which was really cool. It was, like, a medieval-y town. So same with Siena. We went there. That was also a medieval-y town, which was really cool to see. They have, like, I remember that they talked about this, and I was like, I want to talk about this on the podcast, so that's why I didn't tell you. So
she did say something.
Yeah, so in this town of Siena, in Italy, their neighborhoods are separated by, like, mascots. So, like, it kind of reminded me of, like, Harry Potter, or, like, whatever. And so there's, like, the white wolves, and then there's, like, the porcupines, and then, like, everyone's separated, and you can tell based off of, like, they have little flags in each, like, section.
It reminds me of, like, Game of Thrones. Like,
yeah.
Like, the flags.
And then every year they do a horse race, and they're, like, square, and they have jockeys and everything, and it's, like, it's literally just, like, a little square that they just go around and around, and if the jockey falls off, it doesn't matter because it's if the horse wins, not them. And if your, like, little neighborhood won, you basically get bragging rights, and, like, you get to be put, like, your flag is, like, put on, like, display. Yeah. So so they do it every year, and it's just so cute, and it's, like, the tour guide was like, yeah, like, like, growing up, it's kind of, frowned upon to, like, date someone in a different, like, yeah. So it's, like, it's literally, like, a little, like, medieval city. It was so cool. I literally loved it. Yeah, so I was saving that, and then, your ring light just died.
Okay, well, the lighting is going to suck. The lighting will just suck. This is one of the big pros of the camera, is the lighting adjustments and not needing the ring light. So.
Okay. Well, okay, anyways, did all of that. Then I went to Pisa, saw the Leaning Tower of Pisa, did all of those places in a day, and back to Florence.
You literally checked off.
I checked off everything, and I will say, like, it was a lot, There was literally a day in Rome where I got 34,000 steps, which is just like 11 miles. So just put that in perspective. That's almost a half marathon. But like, I'm really glad that I used this trip to just like check off everything. But if I was someone else doing like my first time in Italy, I would just spread out my tours and not do all of them in the morning. Like I thought I was doing that strategically by giving myself the afternoon, but it was just like
sleep in.
It was just like 7 a.m., 7 a.m., 7 a.m., and I was just like, oh my god. Like the day we went to like the Amalfi Coast, like we had to be there at 7:20. It was a 35-minute walk, so I had to wake up at like So, but so worth it. The train systems are just amazing. You can just hop on a train and just like go wherever.
Yeah, that is the outside of the U.S. thing. It is the public transit system and the rest of the world.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just got me really excited for like, I just want to travel more. I think like now I'm kind of at the point in my life where I'm ready to like do like a trip a year. Like it's just like money comes and goes, and like I want to be able to travel now and like just check things off my bucket list. Like I've really been thinking about taking like a solo trip to London.
You're gonna love London.
Yeah. I've talked to like my one friend about like going to Greece, like just us, because like something else that I've kind of learned, like going with just my dad, like it's just so much easier. Like traveling with someone is just a whole different playing field.
You mean versus being by yourself?
Versus being with like a group.
Oh.
Like you just learn so much about someone when you travel with them.
Oh yeah.
And like I could not coordinate like a group. It would be like so stressful.
No, I also think going abroad with a big group is too much.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 trip. It was a great time.
So what was like the number one highlight?
I mean, like I have to be honest, like it's kind of interesting because you would think it's like a monument or like a landmark
or
not
like necessarily.
But there was a morning that my dad like had gone to church, and so I kind of spent a morning like by myself. And just, like, I literally had, like, 2 hours. And I was just, like, exploring by myself. I literally just found, like, a little cafe, like, sat outside. And it was just, like, it's so crazy. It's so, like, grounding. And so, like, you're just, like, yeah. It was just, that was, like, probably my favorite moment. And, like, also just, I mean, honestly, just, like, stepping foot there. And just being, like, because it was just such a long travel day the first day. And, like, just, like, I remember getting off at, like, the Termini station, like, in Rome, like, their main train stop, and, like, turning the corner, and you just see, like, the most, like, historic building you'd ever, like, you're like, is that a set? Like, you're like, that's not real.
Yeah, that is one of the things I feel like going abroad, you know, the U.S. is so young. And even our, like, quote-unquote historic buildings are just not even close to the historic buildings abroad.
And just, like, the historic everything, like, just, like, walking on cobblestone and just, you know, I actually did kind of go into the trip being, like, super, I think I may have said this on the podcast, I was so excited about the food.
Yeah.
Like, so excited.
The whole week leading up to the trip, you were like, oh, I'm going to eat all the pasta. Oh, my gosh, in this many days, I'm going to be eating the pasta.
Yeah, because I genuinely, like, I'm a foodie. Like, I was so excited to try all the food. And, like, I wouldn't say I was, like, underwhelmed, but I think there were probably more meals that I was like, oh, yeah, like, this is pretty good, than there were meals that I was like, oh, my gosh, this is the best thing you've ever had. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. The wine was amazing, but...
And cheap.
Yeah, and cheap. It was so... It's just like, can I get the house white? Like, I don't really know what it is, but...
I'm sure it's good.
Yeah.
And you survived the plane ride?
I survived the plane ride. I actually, like... I feel like I'm kind of over the anxiety of...
Thank God.
Of flying in a plane. Because I think, like, the reason why it was, like, so bad, like, a year, like, 2.5 years ago was because it had just been so long.
That's fair. With COVID, we, like, didn't fly.
Yeah, and, like, because it was, like, always, like, a little bit of, a anxious thing.
Yeah.
It just was hyped up more.
That's fair.
But... Yeah, and I think the way I did it too, with like 2 flights that were like basically the same length,
It's
like
probably better for you that way.
Yeah. I mean, I slept like the whole way there. Honestly, the way back, like I had to be in the aisle, which like I was like totally fine with. I literally just like watched Barbie and then like watched Suicide Squad, and then we were there. And I left my Kindle, but it's fine.
But they're mailing it to you.
Yeah, it's en route. It's in transit. So.
Hopefully, her Kindle was in Iceland.
Yeah, I left my Kindle in Iceland. It was because on the way back, our layover was like 2 seconds, and we like left a little bit late, so we were like in a rush, and like the little front pocket, it's pretty big, and like the Kindle's small, so I just like didn't see it. I don't even know why I took it out because I didn't read. So, anyways,
yay. Anything else on your trip?
I don't think so. Like I feel like.
No, that was a good summary. I feel like
I could post a couple pictures so you can guys can get a feel. Yeah, I feel like I saw Vatican was beautiful. By the time I was in Venice, I literally swear to God, if I went to another church, I was gonna scream. And I did go into another church. I was like, all right, I'm so sick of covering my shoulders to go into a church. So,
I feel like that's a lot, truthfully though, of abroad travel is religious sites and being respectful. Like, we did that in Dubai, and we did that in Thailand, and we did that in India, like, that we saw a lot. Because they are typically historically beautiful and amazing.
And they were. And that's why I'm so glad that we did the Vatican on the first day. Because if we had it, oh my God, because it was the hottest day. So that's the other thing is I would never go back to Rome in August or any part of Italy for that matter. I knew it was going to be hot. I prepared for it to be very hot. When I got there, I was like, yeah, it's fucking hot, but like I'm fine. Like I can survive this. Like I'm in Italy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, oh my God, some people like it was like life or death. Like you go on TikTok or like Instagram and it was like, this is what they don't tell you about Euro summer, like blah, blah, blah. And yes, like I was standing there with my little fan, but like also I'm not going to sit there and bitch the whole time while I'm in Italy. Yeah. Like why would I waste my trip doing that? Because there were times where I was like, oh my gosh, I have to lug my over 50-pound suitcase. This like, guys, in Venice, I had to take it down 3 flights of stairs, all the way to where the Grand Canal was, on a ferry that was smushed with people, then off the ferry, then onto a train, and the train was only overhead, so me and my dad had to, like...
lift it up.
Yeah. When we realized that the first train we got on, we looked at each other and we were like... Because we had no idea how we were going to get... Mine, for one... Like, his for one thing, but mine was so heavy. And, like, I had just enough clothes because I had to change twice a day.
Yeah, because of the weather.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing you mentioned, too, was that time of year, a lot of Italians are on their own vacation.
Yeah, so it's the time of year where, like, people who are local take their own vacations. Yeah, so there were a handful of places that, like, were closed or, like, closed early. But I didn't really find that to be an issue. There was only, like, one place I wanted to go, and it was the place that had, like, a gelato jelly cat. I'm like, I need it.
For Lyla.
Oh, and I did actually go to the place that was voted not only the best gelato, but the best ice cream in the world in 2024.
Worth it?
It's ice cream, you guys. I don't know. Like,
that's fair.
You know.
That's fair.
It was great. It was like I got like a blueberry ricotta gelato.
I will say that's like true gelato when it's got like a cheese. I've had like a ricotta. I've had there was another kind of cheese. There's a gelato place in San Antonio actually.
Probably like goat cheese.
That's so good.
Yeah. But yeah.
Amazing.
Pros outweighed the cons for sure.
Always. When it comes to trips, like always, I feel like the pros outweigh the cons.
I'm very grateful. It was very fun. Oh, and if you're watching, I did make a pretty big purchase. I was actually kind of going into the trip planning on getting a bag of some sort at like a designer store because it's cheaper there. Much cheaper. And and you get like 12.5% of tax back if you buy from there. But I felt like every place that I was going, I was just gonna like get it to get it, and I did not want to just like get a bag to say I got a bag.
Yeah.
So I had been eyeing this bracelet for a while, and if you're watching, I'm just gonna show it. It's just a little dainty like Christian Dior bracelet, and like I don't like things that are like super loud, and so I didn't. There was one that was literally like hanging that was like DIOR, and I'm like, okay. The C and D is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was exciting.
Your little souvenir.
Yeah.
And she wears it all the time.
Yeah. I mean, as I should.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, anyways, that's Italy
Yay.
in a nutshell, I suppose.
I mean, we probably keep talking about it, but otherwise this episode is going to be...
This episode might be a little long,
yeah.
Guys. Please bear with us.
Do you have a list, or you want me?
Kind of,
Okay.
but you can just go.
I mean, I think
It's
some of
probably
them
gonna-
are...
Oh.
Yeah. Are going to be
We'll just talk about Lila's birthday, because I'm sure that's on your list.
Oh, that wasn't on my list at all. Because it was, at this point, like 10 days and 2 trips ago, so I feel like I just don't even...
Okay, well, Lyla turned 1. And it was and I think we deserve to talk about it. My trip was a month ago, so.
Yeah, but I guess.
Or maybe you just don't want to talk about it.
Maybe.
Okay, maybe we don't have to. We can just pop up a picture. It was beautiful. It was great.
Yeah, we can throw up a couple pictures. It was Lilapalooza, which I think we did mention on the podcast at some point. It was super fun. She had a blast. Destroyed her cake.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
It was very fun.
It was very fun. Yes, it was a great. I know the first birthday is more for the parents than the birthday girl, but it was awesome. Yeah. And then the day after her birthday, we all went to the aquarium.
Oh yeah.
And that was fun. It was like 3 of the 4 sets of grandparents, Allie, and then our cousin Lily, all went to the aquarium, and it was super fun. And I actually did one of those things where you pay for the professional picture, because when you have that big of a group, like I wasn't trying to coordinate everybody taking a group picture while we were even at the birthday party, I never did like a big group picture, right? It was all like individual mini groups. And so when we were at the aquarium and they had, your whole group stand in front of this green screen and take a picture, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that. Like, I need it. Mm-hmm. And they get you nowadays. They basically, you can't just buy the digitals. You have to buy a print to get the digitals. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the print, but I bought it to get the digitals.
Oh.
So, yeah, that was fun.
And I got her a penguin.
Oh, yeah, because she loved the penguins at the zoo. Oh, my gosh, she was so obsessed with the penguin. That was so cute. Yeah, we had a good time. She definitely seemed more excited about the animals at the aquarium than at the zoo.
Because she could see them closer.
Yeah, that's fair.
But she could go up close and personal.
Yeah.
Where at the zoo, it's like...
Yeah. Where's the lion?
But, here's the binoculars. Like, no.
Binoculars. Mom.
I'm not doing that. Like...
Okay, so we're giving up on So You Think You Can Dance.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still going to watch it at some point. But
yeah, but, like, we just kind of realized that, like...
Nobody cares. And
because you're not watching it. But you know what you are watching? Dancing with the Stars.
So...
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
The day that this podcast airs, the season will have technically already started. You follow that?
Correct.
Okay, just so you know. So we're recording this on Thursday. The season starts on Tuesday.
Correct.
So today we can touch on the lineup and acknowledge that we are going to watch it in real time. But when you listen to the episodes, we're going to be kind of a week delayed from the episode.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about last week.
I know you're a little annoyed by it. But I also think it gives people time to make sure they watch it. Because frankly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch it live every single week.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, sorry. Business, life, job, peanut, all the things. So, we'll see. I mean, I'll watch it before we record, but then people have time to watch it, and we're not going to spoil anything for them. So, I think it's okay.
Okay, well, let's dwell then.
So, Allie was already really pushing to get me to watch it. She loves it. I never really got into it. I've never been into ballroom. I've always been into the other kind of dance, like jazz, hip hop, tap, ballet, jazz dance. And I've only watched one season of Dancing with the Stars. My Mima loved Dancing with the Stars, and I watched one season with her when I was in college. But I was super into the Olympics. Like, really into the Olympics. Allie couldn't have cared less about the Olympics.
It's not that I didn't care. I just, like...
had more important things to worry about.
Right.
So, there are 2 people from the Olympics in this season. It's Stephen, I am going to mispronounce his last name, Pommel Horse Guy.
Mm-hmm.
Clark Kent, otherwise known as. And then, I'm also going to mispronounce her name, and I don't want to fuck it up, because she is an icon. Alona?
I think it's Alona.
Okay.
Alona Maher.
Yeah, she is a fucking amazing. I'm obsessed with her. I started following her on Instagram right before the Olympics started. She showed up in my feed as like someone that you should follow, and she had like, I don't know, 500,000 followers at the time when I started following her. She's at like 5 million now.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Actually.
It's insane. So those 2 people, super excited. Like, we'll be cheering for them.
So the difference between, I guess, like us, right, is because I have watched it for so long, I also know all the pros.
Yeah, I know a couple of pros. So Jenna was on So You Think You Can Dance.
Yeah.
So I know Jenna from So You Think You Can Dance. I don't know who her. I don't know the pairs.
Yeah, so we're going to go through the pairs for the people.
All of them?
Yes, for the people that, like, also know the pros like I do.
Okay.
So, for Bachelor Nation, we have Jen and Sasha. So, Jen was a bachelorette on this last season.
Okay.
And then Sasha is one of the pros, obviously. But her season just ended. Like, the finale was, like, last week. So, she was at the Good Morning America, like, announcement the day after it, like...
The Bachelorette aired.
Yeah, and it was, like...
But that's because they pre-record that.
Right, but, like, there was, like, so much shit. Like, they were engaged with him, like, broke up, and, like 2 weeks later. It was, like, crazy. Yeah. So, glad that she's on it. Great. Then we have Danny Amendola.
Yeah, he's a football player.
Mm-hmm. With Whitney. Whitney has been gone for a while, and she just came back. She's amazing. So,
all the pros are amazing.
No, but I just love her. Alfonso and Julianne are the hosts. Mm-hmm. Whitney was Alfonso's partner when they won.
Okay.
So, and then we have Tori Spelling.
Yep.
And Pasha. Yes. Okay. So then Pasha's married. A lot of them are like married to each other. Which I don't have to get to.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Riley and Steven.
Yeah, and Riley is the cute little blonde girl who everybody thought was dating.
Oh, and Harry Jowsey, but she's 18 and he's not. So, I also totally forgot to mention I did go to Dancing with the Stars live last year.
Oh, that's right.
So I did see these people live. Just saying. Yeah. So she's with Steven, and
definitely cheering for them.
And then Anna Delvey.
I don't know who that is.
She's a fraud.
Oh, she's the one with the ankle monitor.
Correct.
Okay.
And they paired her with Ezra, and this is his first season as a pro.
He's like the one that's BFFs with JoJo Siwa, right?
No, he's BFFs with Riley.
He's BFFs with... No, I think it...
Oh, that's weird, but
there's somebody else.
Whatever, but I think that's so messed up. His first season, they're giving him...
the most, like, dramatic
because there's always someone controversial. Mm-hmm. I can argue that this is the most controversial... An ankle... Are you kidding me?
An ankle monitor. No, that's freaking...
Sorry, what are you famous for? Like, no offense. Yeah. Actually, no offense. I just think it's really messed up. Like, she just, like...
It is. It's really fucked up. Like,
and I think it's even more fucked up that they gave her him.
Yeah, I think it is really fucked up.
Or him.
It's like, you fucking broke the law, and now you get to be on a TV show.
Like, and all of the comments are just, like, crazy. Like, they want their team name to be pro and con. Mm-hmm.
So, it's kind of funny, but also fucked up. Do they get voted off by the judges, or do we get to vote?
Oh, no, we vote. And that's what I'm saying, like...
She's going to be gone so fast,
and I have a love-hate relationship with, like, the voting process, because I do think that, like, in the past, like, it's been kind of rigged with audience votes, because it's, like...
because you were talking about Allison last season.
Yeah, because it's, like, some people, like, okay, you're voting for them because you like them, but then also it's, like, the other person's, like, clearly a better dancer. It's, like...
But then it's what is... Is it about their dance abilities? Is that what we're supposed to be voting on?
Yeah. Like, we're supposed to be voting on... Because that's how the judges vote. They give you know, the score of the
Yes,
dance.
so, yeah.
They don't base it off of if they like whatever. Okay, then my favorite pro, Daniela, with Dwight Howard.
The basketball player.
And she's super short, and he's really, really tall. And so she won a couple seasons ago with Iman Schubert.
Also a basketball player.
Yeah, and so she's, like, really good at that. Like, I think I showed you, literally the best dance that I've ever seen on Dancing with the Stars was them.
Okay.
And they did it, like, the Halloween episode. It was, like, a contemporary dance with, like, they were inspired by, like, the movie Us.
Oh, I think you should.
Oh, my God, it's the most incredible. Oh, my God. If you know, you know. Alan and Alona.
Yep.
Love Alan. He's great. That partnership makes perfect sense. Jenna and Joey. So Joey was the Bachelor.
Okay.
The most recent Bachelor, and he's engaged. And they're so fucking cute.
Okay. I love Jenna.
And they look like siblings. It's kind of weird. But, yeah, and so Jenna is married to Val, who's, like, my favorite. Well, this guy, you know.
So is Val in it this season or not?
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
You're not there yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gleb, who's so hot, with Brooks Nader, who's a Sports Illustrated model, and they're both newly single, I think. Yeah.
So
and
that's magic.
And there's already, like there was literally a post that, like, she posted on her story, and she's sitting on his lap, and his hand's literally, like, on her thigh, and it was, like, rehearsal time, and I'm like, oh my God. And they're just like, are you kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're hot. Anyways. Okay. Reginald Johnson. Who even is that? There's always, like, an older contestant, but he's with Emma Slater, she's usually with older contestants. And then Chandler Kinney and Brandon Armstrong. Chandler's, like, she's on, like, some, like, Disney show. I don't know. She's
most of the other people, I literally knew the Olympic people and the athletes, the football player and the basketball player.
But she's so cute, and I bet she's gonna be really good. And Brandon's really good. So I mean, all the pros are good. I know I said that.
Yeah.
Eric Roberts and Britt Stewart. Eric Roberts.
A lot of couples.
Eric Roberts is actually less than there usually is. Eric Roberts is Emma Roberts' dad.
Oh, okay. So Julia Roberts' brother?
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, you can tell.
Oh, yeah. He looks like their family.
But quick, small little tangent about Britt Stewart is her partner, I think it was 2 seasons ago, was deaf. I think I told you this. He was deaf. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but they're engaged.
Oh.
They ended up.
That's so
together.
sweet.
Yeah, and so he learned all the songs based off of feeling the beat with his feet.
I remember you telling me that.
It's
yeah,
just, like,
so
blows my mind.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, last one is Val and Veda Parks, which I think she's, like, one of the housewives or whatever, which Val needed, like, not that, like, she's not gonna win, but, like, Val needed to, like, not win a season.
Yeah.
Like,
he's won a lot.
Like, oh my God.
Because was it Val that judged So You Think You Can Dance? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, remember?
God, I love Val.
Yeah. Or was it his brother? His brother also. Oh, no, it may have been his brother.
And I love how Derek Huff
Yeah.
is one of the judges, and that's Julianne's brother.
Yeah.
Just, like, I love Julianne.
So we're going to watch it and keep up with it.
Yeah.
And then we will be updating just over a week late. It's not that bad, Allie.
Okay. It's fine.
Will you survive?
Yeah. Did you watch the VMAs?
No. But I watched the highlights and looked at who won.
Sabrina Carpenter's performance was actually insane.
The clip I watched of it, it looked amazing.
It was, after last night, I decided I am going to the concert.
So
I do not care anymore.
Why did she not win Best New Artist?
Because she's not new, technically.
Oh, was she even nominated?
Like,
for that category?
Chappell Roan and, like, Gracie Abrams, like, they're, like, new. Like, this year was, like, when they kind of went off. Like, especially Chappell Roan was, like...
I thought Sabrina Carpenter kind of went off this year.
She did, like, kind of go off this year, but she also kind of went off last year.
So she was probably in that category last year.
Yeah, but, like, also Sabrina Carpenter is just, like, not a new name.
That's
like,
fair.
she's been in Disney since she was, like, 13. So, like...
So did she win anything?
She won, Best New Song. Or Best Song. Or Best...
Yeah, best
yeah,
pop song.
for Espresso. Yeah.
The one was skimming the results that I, like, this morning. I don't feel like Fortnite is the song of the summer.
You know, it's interesting because I think it's the worst song on the album. And it won so many things. And I think it's like...
I understood the other stuff it won. Like,
yes.
I understood video.
The cinematography. Yeah, like all that.
Collab,
editing,
like,
yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
fine.
whatever.
But, yeah, Song of the Summer
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry. She can win everything else. Everything else that
like
it won.
Espresso was the song of the summer. Like, I'm
or even
sorry.
like Please, 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 or fuck even
Please,
Hot
Please,
to
Please
Go.
was
it nominated for that category?
No.
I didn't look at
I stopped watching eventually because I was like, okay. Because I forgot that the VMAs are literally just like, oh my god, talk about Katy Perry making a comeback.
Yeah, I love that for her.
Yeah, she has a new album coming out, and she just went on Call Her Daddy, which is crazy to go on Call Her Daddy. But
love that for Katy Perry.
Yeah, Orlando Bloom was so cute when he was like announced the video. She got the video Vogue award. I don't know what it means.
No, I don't know what it meant either.
But apparently, like, one artist has it for like the whole year, and then it's like a new artist every, like, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, her performance was pretty cool. Kind of crazy. So, Taylor Swift won everything.
She really did.
She swept song artist of the year. Swept. Also, like, Sabrina Carpenter's outfit was literally like, I saw a comparison to her and Madonna in 1991, and it was like the same. I'm like obsessed.
There's an Instagram account I love that does that.
Like compares it.
Yeah, and she does tend to lean like a lot of Disney characters. Like that's just her eye.
Mm-hmm.
So she compares a lot of the outfits to her Instagram is Color Me Courtney, and I'm obsessed with her.
Cute.
She's about to have a baby also, and I like can't wait for her to like dress her cute baby up in like all these amazing things.
Oh, I love that.
Because she does she's got multiple Instagrams. She's got like one that's mostly fashion, and then one that's all Disney, Color Me Magic, and then she also has a new account, Color Me Baby. So,
aww.
Anyway,
cute.
very random tangent.
Yeah. I mean, Taylor Swift's outfit was like kind of crazy. Her makeup and hair was beautiful, but I don't know about the outfit.
Yeah, I wasn't here for the outfit.
You know who Addison Rae is?
No.
Okay. She looked crazy. Okay, that was the most important thing. I love Chapel Row, but that's all. Okay, speaking of TV and life, TV. So there's this new reality TV show. I'm sorry, I just want to talk about it for a sec. That came out on Hulu called The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh, I want to watch it. Did you watch
I already finished it.
Okay, I haven't watched it yet.
So let's put a pin in it.
Okay, I actually do want to watch it. I would.
But I don't want to talk about it once people are done talking about it. So.
Okay, we can watch it next. I'll watch it before next week. I promise.
All 8 episodes?
Yes.
Okay, I went into it not knowing anything. Like, I didn't know anything about the mom talk situation.
I don't know anything about the story, but I was fed the trailer in my Instagram feed like a week ago before it dropped.
Yeah, but like you didn't know anything before that.
No.
Right. So go into it that way because I didn't either.
I won't.
And so I had like no opinions about anybody or anything and no idea what I was watching. I had seen Taylor, Paul, whatever, like on TikTok, but like I didn't know the story. So
no, I want to watch it.
Okay, we'll talk about it next week. That's fine.
I just feel like it's one of those I'm gonna have to kind of pay attention to. I can't like put on in the background because I don't know their voices and like I have to be looking at who's talking. You know, at least the first couple episodes. I also wouldn't call that a reality TV show because it's not.
Oh, it's reality TV.
I guess it's like so. What's
they literally
the
call it reality TV.
Of reality
TV that's about real people and their real lives.
Yeah, but this is like about things that have happened.
No,
like,
it's no.
Oh,
yes, but
okay.
it's like when you watch it, it's literally reality TV.
I thought it was like telling the story of something that had happened.
That's like a documentary.
I understand that, but that's
it's
what
not,
I thought this show was like. Oh, okay. I will watch it. I do want to watch it. It's on my list.
Okay. Is that it?
That's all. Well, I have one more thing, but I can put my iPad down because I'm not going to forget it. So.
What?
You did your first wedding.
Yes, I did.
It's a very Allie heavy episode.
Yes. Cloud9.
It's officially a business.
It's official. Kind of.
I mean, it is official.
Yes, I had my first wedding last weekend for Brooke and Doug, which was amazing. Which it was so fun because Lindsay and Andrew were in the wedding party, but went out there Friday night, did the rehearsal. They were kind enough to get me a room, so I ended up staying there, which was kind of
Cup Compton.
Yeah,
That's so sweet.
which was kind of nice because then when they went to the rehearsal dinner, I got to kind of go treat myself to dinner, and then which I'd never done before, which so grounding.
You never gone to dinner by yourself?
No. It was so grounding to just sit at the bar and just yeah.
And she actually watched football, y'all.
Yeah, I did. Oh, that's another thing.
Football started. Oh my god, this is going to be the world's longest episode.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to add football to next week.
No, I don't need that much time to talk about.
Cloud nine?
Yeah. And then it was a 15-hour day for me because obviously I wanted to hang out with them in the morning. I didn't want to just not. And
you didn't have to do that. And if you didn't know the bride and the bridal party, you probably wouldn't have done
No,
that.
I wouldn't have started as early. But I was very helpful because I had an emergency kit that I put together and it was needed. Just because
a little thing.
Yeah, a safety pin or whatever. There were 2 kids. My coloring book and crayons got used that I bought.
Aww.
And I let them keep it because I'm I had snacks. They were used, whatever. I was all the jobs, you guys. I did the planner. I did the mother of bride's makeup. I put flower bouquets together, centerpieces, the morning of. And I want to do this little thing for my couples where I bring my digital camera and I, snap some photos throughout the day. And then the next morning they kind of have
it's the content creator thing.
Yeah, have 10 to 20 photos to just kind of look at and look back on the day.
Most good photographers send 10 the next morning. My photographer sent us 10 at 11 a.m. the next day.
Well, and in the future what I really want to do is just have a Polaroid and just take 3 quick Polaroids during the day and then put it on the sweetheart table or the head table before they sit down, so when they sit down, it's already there.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, just to add a little something to the day. But yeah, then I also set everything up. So it was just a lot. I think I kind of discovered that especially if it's not all in one place, where thankfully this was all in one place, I would definitely need someone else to help me.
Right.
But yeah, I ended up getting on the recommended vendor list at the venue, which was super exciting.
That's huge.
I had the DJ get my info and add me to his list too. And I had so much validation from everybody else. I feel everyone was oh my god, you're doing such a great job. Even the photographer today was I literally can't emphasize how good you did. And everyone's oh my god, everyone's raving about you. And I feel for me, the most important people that I make sure are happy besides the bride and the groom are the parents, because you just the parents they remember everything and they had such a good time. And but I think for me, I got a lot of internal validation as well, because for me it's just sitting there, especially during that time where they're getting announced in, and the first dance, mother-son dance, father-daughter, all of those big highlight moments, and I'm just sitting there watching it, and I'm wow, when you have time to just kind of sit back and watch, and you're this is happening, not, and I don't like to say because of me, but because I like to think of the bride and the groom or the couple as a part of the team that did this, but it's just it's just cool to see it all come together.
It was running that smoothly because of you.
Yes. It was a very smooth day. And there were hiccups. There's always hiccups.
There's always hiccups.
We had a mix-up on tables. We had, the mom's table was not at the front. So we had to, switch stuff around, which, happens, whatever. But, yeah, it was great. And I ended up having to work the next day at my full-time job, which is, and I think... And then Monday, yeah.
Right. I think that's probably part of why you just let loose on Monday.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really, really awesome, and it's only up from here, up in the clouds. It's only up from here. So it's very exciting.
Well, I got you a little something
to say congratulations. Wait, what?
Yeah, just in this perfect little cloud nine blue.
Wait, you didn't have to do that?
I know that.
Oh my
I didn't do it because I had to.
Wait, that's so
I did it because I wanted to.
Wait, okay. I like presents. Okay, should I read the card? Like, here?
Maybe you should save the card.
Okay, I'll save the card.
Yeah, the card maybe is not an on-camera activity.
Oh my gosh, wait, this is so nice. Aww. Wait, I'm literally gonna, like, cry. Oh my god, this is tequila.
Well, just open it.
After a rough day.
Owning a business is not always easy, so there might be times that it's more rough.
Don't forget to rest. Wait, this is so thoughtful. A little face mask, perhaps? Oh, and it's blue. Perfect. Stress. Yes.
Running a business is also stressful.
Very stressful. After a long day. Starfies!
After another 15-hour day.
Wait, this is such a cute card.
Isn't it cute? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I'm sorry throwing all of this.
Oh, that's
it's
okay.
It's like Christmas.
Yeah.
My favorite biz book. Oh. We should all be millionaires.
It's like, oh, Charlie, no. Okay, well, Charlie's in here. That is my favorite money mindset book for any business owner. And so any of my friends that have a business get that book. Yeah, I bought it for so many people.
Okay, love.
Yes.
Good, I needed a physical book to read while I don't have my Kindle. I miss it. More alcohol? Yay! Oh, that's so funny because we talked about that today. We talked about hitting 10.
Oh my god, I wasn't even thinking about
Wait,
that.
that's so cute. Sorry, I forgot to like show the.
No, that's okay. So the bottle Prosecco says celebrate when you've hit 10 clients. I wanted a little something that's like, I love you. I wanted something that's like, you celebrate now, for sure, obviously. But like, you also have to think about celebrating the next milestone. And so that can sit on your desk, and you can pop it when you hit 10.
Oh, I love you. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
That makes me so happy.
Yes, I'm so proud of you.
Aww.
Okay.
So should we not talk about football?
Well, I mean, we can. We've been recording for an hour.
Or should we just end it on that note?
I think maybe we ended on that note. And
Okay.
football has started, but it's not going anywhere, and so we can talk about football.
Okay.
So I think that's a good note to end it on.
Yeah.
And good to be back.
It is good to be back.
And
Folks.
we will see you next week. We'll talk about the first episode of Dancing with the Stars. Come here, Chuck. We will talk about the first episode of Dancing with the Stars. We will talk about the secret lives of Mormon wives. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
It rhymes. And football.
Love. Alright, guys.
All the things that I'm forgetting to say. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you are on Spotify or Apple or wherever you listen to podcasts, please rate and review and tell your friends, tell your sisters, and we will see you next week. Cheers! Something to chug.
Yay!